in our institute here. And at the end of the talk, I entertained some questions as I would normally do. And this is when I first heard Joy's voice.
I have to say it was a truly out-of-body experience. I didn't hear a word anybody said during the meeting. I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do this. And I kept on saying to myself, I have got to stand up and say, is the next thing my knees locked? And I was standing up. And my sentence, I said, why are we not using the smell of Parkinson's to diagnose earlier? Total silence.
Thilo went back to his normal work on stem cells, but he couldn't stop thinking about Joy's question. And 3 weeks after the meeting, he decided to track her down.
Found out her name was Joy Milne from Perth, and I got her phone number. I phoned her and I asked her, why did you ask me that question? This was a very strange question to ask, and we didn't get to speak about it after the lecture. And she then went into her story that her husband, Les, started having a change in odor well before he had any signs of Parkinson's.
Once Thilo had found Joy, he needed to test her to see if her seemingly impossible claim could be true.
I consulted with a few people, and there was ideas of having people with Parkinson's walk past her, etc., and having her blindfolded. But people with Parkinson's have a particular shuffle. So, eventually we settled on let's get an article of clothing that people with Parkinson's, people without Parkinson's wore, and then we would just give Joy the articles of clothing. So not meet the person, not be anywhere near the person, just something that the person wore.
So Joy was given 12 t-shirts to smell, 6 worn by Parkinson's patients and 6 by volunteers without the disease.
We were amazed at how accurate she was. She told us 7 of these people had Parkinson's and 5 of them didn't. So she was really, really accurate. So there was one person that didn't have Parkinson's that she said had Parkinson's, so that was her only mistake. So we thought 11 out of 12 is quite good.
Well, tell me the numbers now, how good you were at working out who had what.
11 I got right, and of course there was this one in the wind that we disagreed with.
That one result was a t-shirt worn by a member of the control group, Bill. He had not been diagnosed with Parkinson's, but Joy was sure he had the condition.
Maybe 10 weeks, 3 months later, Bill phoned up and said, well, I've got Parkinson's. And Thilo went, that changes everything.
She was telling us that this individual had Parkinson's before he knew, before anybody knew. So then I really started to believe her that she could really detect Parkinson's simply by odor transferred onto a shirt that a person with Parkinson's was wearing.
A few months after Joy